Well, targets for assassination. That's what Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito says he and his conservative colleagues on the high court became after the leak of his draft opinion on the overturning of Roe versus Wade earlier this year. Correspondent Marky Martin is live. And Marky, Alito making these remarks at an event hosted by the Heritage Foundation.
Yep, Nicole, he took part in that wide-ranging interview with the conservative legal group. And Justice Alito really saying that in the wake of this draft leak, it really put targets on the backs of the Supreme Court justices. And now that court is really having to work at getting things back to normal.
How has the leak affected the court?
It was a grave betrayal of trust by somebody.
In a rare public interview, Justice Samuel Alito not mincing words on the leak of his draft that overturned Roe v. Wade.
The leak also made those of us who were thought to be in the majority in support of overruling Roe and Casey targets for assassination, because it gave people a rational reason to think they could prevent that from happening by killing one of us.
Alito noting the attempted killing of conservative Justice Brett Kavanaugh. In the time between the leak and the court's eventual ruling, a California man armed with a handgun, knife, pepper spray, and burglary tools was arrested near Kavanaugh's home.
He reportedly told police he intended to murder the justice.
Justice Alito, not the only Supreme Court justice to speak out publicly on the matter. Chief Justice John Roberts, liberal justices Elena Kagan and Sonia Sotomayor have all made statements about the Dobbs case and the state of trust within the court.
We're going to make mistakes. We're going to have errors of judgment. What you believe in is an institutional structure, our government.
Alito also taking issue with criticism of the court's legitimacy in the wake of the Dobbs decision.
To say that the court is exhibiting a lack of integrity is something quite different. That goes to character.
And Nicole, Justice Alito also adding that in the wake of that leak, it really changed the entire atmosphere there on the court. The other thing he wanted to add is that even though those justices passionately disagree about the law, historically, they do get along very well. He says that is something that is lost in most coverage. Also worth noting that at this time, it is still unknown who leaked that draft. Nicole.
All right, Marky, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.